Welcome. This is Queen Yolanda Mitchell. Our topic of discussion today will be what motivated or encouraged you to go natural? Hello and welcome to Newbeing Queen Talk. Today our discussion is going to be about what encouraged or motivated you to go natural. Here we have Queen Danielle Newton and myself, Queen Yolanda Mitchell. So we both went natural at a certain period of time, and we're just going to talk about why we went natural, what transpired in the process that we've been natural, just to kind of give you all some idea about natural hair products that we use, and the purpose of us going natural. So, Queen, I want to ask you this. So, when I first went natural, I was afraid to go natural. But were you scared to go natural?
No.
Well, why?
Well, I actually wasn't, because of the fact that, just like you said, it was natural.
Right.
So I wasn't afraid to be me.
Got you.
And I think in a world where we need to look like everybody else, in a world where we need to act like everybody else,
right,
sometimes it's shunned when we're not ourselves.
Right.
And I got to be honest with you, I personally, as you can see, I got the high cheekbones, the fat lips, the fat nose.
So I have nice with it. Yes.
And I have very African eccentric, I don't know if that be the word, but I have very African features. So I think natural matched me better. I remember when I used to do a lot of updos, and I would go to work and I had banana peels. Remember the day of banana peels, girl?
Yes, I do.
And you had
yes, I do, honey.
Girl, and spritz, and you stick it to the pillow.
Oh, yes.
And you can't even sleep because you...
Right.
And I remember... Yes. And I remember sometimes I would go to work, and they would say, you know, some people, girl, I love your hair. And then when I really got with it, and I had all it, they said, oh, that ain't you.
Right.
So it was okay. Now, I guess we all deal with the length. Right. Nobody wants their hair short. And I went through the whole shrinkage thing. I cut my hair. I let my perm grow out, and I cut my hair off.
Oh, that sounds beautiful. Well, I was afraid to go natural because I didn't know what else to do with my hair. But I always loved to see when women wore their hair in afros. That it just made me, made me feel beautiful looking at them with their hair natural. And they look beautiful. They look strong and powerful. They look confident.
Yes.
So when I first went natural, I didn't know what to put in my hair. And my hair was this kinky, curly, what I call nappy hair. And by me calling it nappy, that's exactly how I felt about it. That's the way it looked to me. It was nappy. Though. Thank you. So I went and decided to go ahead and go all the way through with it and go ahead and go natural with my hair. And I was glad I went natural. Now, it was about this long now when I cut it, honey, and I was trying to figure out now what products was I going to use on my hair. So Eco Styler was the product, Eco Styler and water. So I used that on my hair, and it turned out to be beautiful, you know. But it still took me a while to get to that place. But it was just something about when I did actually really fully go natural and came out where people could actually see me with my natural hair. I wanted to rock it so much that other women would want to wear their hair natural, and I loved the way it felt, but it was always getting dry. It just stayed dry. Like my hair soaked up water, soaked up the moisturizer, everything I put in it. And I was like, oh, my hair is ghetto. My hair gets to do what it wants to do. It's nappy. And then one day the Lord was telling me, stop calling your hair nappy.
That's right.
Call it kinky, or call it coily.
Yes.
So I called her coily. Yes. And then the more I started saying, oh, you're so coily, but I love you, you're so beautiful. I love the way you feel. She started growing. Yes. And then she was growing so wild and so much until I was like, I don't know what to do with you. You too much. Yes. So one day I went through some changes and I permed her. And hers is, I'm talking about my hair, y'all, so if it sounds like I'm talking crazy, I'm talking about my hair. So I permed her. She was down my back and all that stuff, and I didn't like the way my hair felt. I didn't like the way I felt with my hair being straight. I didn't feel like I was being real with myself. So I went back. After 5 years now of having natural hair, I went and permed it, and now I'm back natural again. And I thank God for it, because now I'm able to embrace it. And as you all can see, my hair, it looks short. But look, queens, when you actually pull this thing out, when you pull it out, it's actually, sometimes double, double the length, or maybe sometimes 2.5 times or 3 times the actual, length of your hair. So I just want y'all to kind of see the length, of our hair when it's like this. And so that's when people say the hair is coily, it's because it looks tight. The curls like extremely tight, and it don't look like your hair is that long, but your hair is actually long. So it's actually, when you see our hair like this, a lot of times our hair is almost like double or 2.5 times or 3 times the actual length. And
the shrinkage is real.
Right, the shrinkage is real. So, Queen, I want to ask you now, what do you do to your hair? What do you do to get it like that? Because you got these. Can I touch your hair? Can I touch it? I love it. Now, queens, y'all see how I touch the hair, right? So do not go to people
touch their hair
and do their hair like this.
Yes.
And just, don't do that. What you do is you take your time and just gently touch their hair. You don't want to invade, because a woman's hair is her beauty, her strength, and she really adores her hair. She takes a lot of time getting her hair like it is. So do not go to somebody, especially someone like myself with this kind of hair, and just mash it in. That is so inappropriate and disrespectful to no end, because we barely want you touching it. So when you touch it with grace. You be gentle when you touch it. So don't go to somebody's hair and just putting your whole hand into it and just touching it. You be gentle. You get you like a little piece here, and you just touch it just like you asked, and you be gentle with it. So what do you say that you put on your hair, or how do you do to get it like it is?
To be honest, and these are Sister Locks, I tend to want to use Sister Lock products. Other than that, I use the design products.
Okay.
I also use anything that pertains to natural hair that I find that does not do a lot. I like Tresemme. Tresemme is one of my favorites.
Oh, really?
For my hair. Yes, it does my hair just right. But the thing about it is, especially with locks, now if you notice, queens, I have locks, and Yolanda has her true natural hair. I went locks because I lived one time in New Mexico, which was a very dry place. And so with that, I went there with the ponytails and all that stuff, and my hair was not having it. If we have very dry hair already. It's naturally dry.
Right.
So when you go to live in a very dry climate, I one day took off my ponytail and all my hair came off with it. So I was like, whoa. So we have to always keep our hair
moisturized.
So one of the products that I use is a design leave-in moisturizer. It's a daily moisturizer lotion. So I moisturize my hair. Now, of course, in the state of Florida, you got a lot of humidity. It's different. There's also so many products out there now, because there's been a revolution of natural hair.
Oh, yes.
These sisters didn't wear our hair. You had wigs. You had something. Now you can do these lace fronts. And all this stuff is fancy now. But back in the days when I was wearing my hair, you didn't have all that.
Right.
So now there's just so many products. But I always recommend find what works for you. Don't be afraid to find what works for you, because your hair, just like you talk about coil, mine is tightly coiled number 3. You know what
number
I mean?
3?
Yes.
What is it?
Nappy.
What you say, nappy?
And it sucks up everything you put in it.
Right, mine does too.
And it does that. But I have come to love my locks. Now, some people look at me like, oh, because some people have so many misconceptions. Oh, if you have locks, you're nasty. Oh, you don't wash your hair.
Right.
Oh, they stink.
Oh, the misconceptions.
Misconceptions. I had a lot of misconceptions. I had a guy one time. I said, well, he said, oh, I wouldn't date a girl with locks. And I said, well, why wouldn't you? He said, oh, because her hair stank. And this, I say, wow, you would think my hair stinks? I own shampoo. And the thing about natural hair, see, you got to think about natural hair. When we were younger, 5, 10, we didn't have a perm. That was our natural hair.
And it was beautiful.
But somewhere along the line, we wanted to look like something different. Or we just wanted to feel better about ourselves. And there's nothing wrong when you put your hair back and forth.
Oh, yes.
And all these wigs.
Oh,
and you looking fast. You got got the swoop bang, all this stuff. It makes it easier for you to look like something, you know.
Right.
Because not all the time our natural hair look cute on us.
Right,
you know,
right.
It bring out some stuff. Like,
Right. Yeah.
But my hair's not nasty.
Right.
My hair's not dirty.
No, it doesn't.
I love my hair.
Right.
And so I use, like I said, going back to products, I use whatever works. And
Whatever works.
It makes it flow.
Whatever works for you.
Whatever works for me.
Right.
Yeah.
And your hair, by the way, is beautiful. I loved your hair from the time I met you. I was like, look how small those plaits are. Those I didn't know what it was. I didn't know it was something, but it was beautiful. It fits you. I've never seen that before. So I was always curious about what it was. When you said sister locks, I was like, oh, that sister is wearing those locks. And they look good on her, you know, but yeah. I don't think they look good on me, queen. So you have to wear what works for you, okay? So like she was saying, the products that you use, you wanna utilize the products that work for you. So you don't want to go off and be trying to use the same products that she used because it may not work. And it depends on what style you want to have your hair in. Depends on how you want it done. You're gonna get different results. So for myself, what I started using was that Blue Magic hair grease. I went back to old school.
Old school.
Blue Magic hair grease, water. And I use S-Curl spray activator.
That's the stuff we use.
And it softens your hair up, and then I would use a little bit of Echo Styler because the ends seemed like they were a little off or a little dry or something, and I wouldn't really cut it. So what I would do is I would get a piece of my hair. I would wet in the water that I had. I would also put oil in the water, and I would saturate my hair and spray it up real good. I would get that Blue Magic grease, and I would put some on the hair, and then I would comb it. Take my time to comb it through, and then I would spray these S-Curl spray on it, and then I would smooth it in so it can smooth, water. It would smooth it out, make it really silky and smooth, and then I would twist it. Take my time and twist it, and so you can get these results from just doing that. Now, other people have other products that they use for their hair, and their hair come out beautiful. I mean, I've seen so many queens with their hair in different styles, but this works for me. It may not work for everybody else. They may not want their hair to feel that greasy, oily feel, but it's my hair, and I like it. And you don't have to touch it. Nobody else have to touch it and deal with it but me. And I like it, and it works for me. And so I'm glad I went natural. One of the best things I ever done in my life. I was fearful, was afraid, was not so much concerned with what people had to say, but not knowing what products I was going to use. And I always wanted that big old fro look, and I obtained my fro. Yes. But do you think that working in certain places, do you think that you can go to any job with your hair the way that it is, or my hair? Do you think that we can just walk on any job with our hair like this on a job? You think they'll accept us?
Well, it's unfortunate because I'm sure everyone has read different situations and different circumstances where somebody was discriminated against because of their hair.
Right.
I personally have never ran into an issue. I don't know if that's because no one just have said anything. They might have sideline conversated or whatever. But I think it's all in presentation. It's all in presentation.
Yes.
Right now, I think about my son now has his hair, Kid and Play.
Right, Kid and Play. Yeah.
He got a little beard and this little, and I personally cut that off. Because there's nothing wrong with you going and being yourself. Because you should always have your self-expression, and nobody should be able to dumb that. Whether it be family, friends, job, nobody. But there's certain ways in which you present yourself that says, you know what, I care about my hair. I care about what you think because this is your job, but then again, I don't care because this is my hair. So, but it's all in the presentation because I try not to come. I've never gone to work with any wild colors, any wild hairdos. Normally, I try to keep it kind of calm because when you're in Rome, you do as the Romans do. When you're on your own time, you do your own thing. No, I do not believe I should walk in a job with cherry colored hair.
And expect to get hired.
And expect to get hired. The greens, the blues,
right?
Keep them on the weekend, right? But when you're going to a professional environment,
right? You want to look professional. That don't look professional. It looks red hair, orange, blue,
greens. That
clownish, look clubbish. You know, it don't look professional.
Exactly, and then it's all about the atmosphere. Because, like I said, where I work, I don't expect anybody to receive me that way either. Because how can you take me seriously? But if you have a job where it's about hair,
right?
Oh, honey, do it.
Do it,
blue,
right?
Green, red,
right, absolutely.
Purple. Let me show you how it's done.
Right.
I expect that kind of do from a cosmetologist, from somebody a barber. You know, you do hair, and not just say everybody.
Right.
Everybody has their means of self-expression, but I'm saying when you're dealing with a professional environment,
right?
Let that be your job,
right?
To wear your hair and do whatever it is you want to do.
And so, like in most jobs now are to that point where they are accepting more natural look, but you cannot go into a setting and you don't try to make it look like something.
Groom.
Like you just don't just undo it and then just let it just go, you know, do what it do. Like I just woke up like this. No. Take your time out and do your hair. Take your time out and, you know, twist your hair and groom it up, make it look nice. And then you can expect people to accept it, especially when you took out your time and tried to make it look nice. Don't just, I'm going to go to this job and they should accept me the way I am, my natural hair and all, and I can just have it however I want to. Take out your time, queens. Fix your hair up. Apply a little bit of makeup or lip gloss or something. Make it look nice and, you know, have it groomed. And then you walk into that interview and don't go in there like, you know, any kind of way. Let me tell y'all queens something. So I know this is aside from, you know, we're talking about natural hair. But do not go into an interview and then think that you can talk however you want to during the interview. Take your time and speak. Speak properly. You know, don't say, oh, I'm from the ghetto. I'm from the woods or hood to hood, whatever the case may be, and you expect someone to hire you. So when you walk in, you walk like you have, you know, talk like you have some sense and speak clearly. People can understand what you're saying and speak professionally, and then you should expect someone to hire you.
Exactly.
You know, if you want to be hired, you want to groom yourself accordingly. So I'm gonna go back to the beginning part where we're talking about hair. Okay, when I was a little girl, I had natural hair, but as soon as I got of age where I can perm it, I did. Because perm seemed like it was so easy to manage and deal with. So when I permed my hair, it was long and beautiful. I didn't have to worry about going through the transition of combing and putting water in it and greasing it and braiding it down every night and then trying to figure out how I'm going to wear it to school. The perms were just so convenient. It was just easy, and I loved the perm. But the perm took out my hair. It you know, made my hair very, very thin. And I loved it at that time. You know, it was very long and beautiful. It was full. It was thick. It was all that and some. And I wish I wouldn't have permed it. But you know, when you're young, you see everybody else doing it. You know, just what you want to do. And then, you know, I just wish I wouldn't have. I just wish I wouldn't have done that. But you know, back in the days, you know, this how our ancestors wore their hair. But they wore them in different styles, different ways. They wore them so fancy that everybody took notice of their hair, and they embraced their hair. Different. It showed what different tribes and different you know religions they were in, and it means whether they were married, whether they were single, whether they have this amount of children, whether they were wealthy. Their hair signified something. It had significance to it. And then after a period of time, they were, you know, taken away and moved, and they could not maintain their hair. So they had to find other ways to keep their hair up because it started getting matted up. And so to do something with their hair, they was told to cover it up. So instead of them just covering it up with like a handkerchief or what have you, they had to cover it up with. They found other ways to cover their hair up, and now they found some little things they covered their hair with and made it beautiful. So our ancestors were so creative. Like, not only did they create different styles for their hair, created in different ways, but they also found things that they had to, you know, they may do what they had. They may do what they had to do. And they found things they had to put on their head to cover their hair. And they made it work. And it was beautiful. They put it in different styles and things of that nature. And it just came out very beautiful. So, queens, if you are wondering You know, if it's hard or something that you want to, if you feel like it's hard to go natural, I'm here to tell you, she's here to tell you, it's not hard to go natural. It is up to the individual. Make you feel confident. It takes you back to your roots. It makes you feel like this is who I am. And you learn how to embrace who you are. You feel good about you. And there's no good hair. And there's no bad hair. There's no such thing as good hair, bad hair. I'm glad that my hair is kinky, coily, and thick like it is because of, listen, queens, I had a while back some hair came out. And because my hair was kinky and coily, it covered the hair that was missing. You know what I'm saying? Like it covered it. It covered it. You know what I'm saying? Right. And I said, you know what? I have seen women that have this nice, elongated hair. It was beautiful with the shaped hair, whatever. I can't even get the stuff out. Right, hair. Beautiful hair. But if they would have had a patch in their hair like mine, they wouldn't have been able to just, cover it or whatever. No, they wouldn't have been able to do all that. So, and if y'all have coily hair, 4C hair, whatever, hair you have, do not call your hair nappy. Do not call your hair messy. Do not call your hair ghetto. I did it all. I call my hair everything. But I learned that as I began to call her kinky, coily, she began to grow and she treated me nice. She was happy with me. So there's no such thing as good hair or bad hair, queens. I don't care if you got straight hair, coily hair. It doesn't matter. Stop calling your hair nappy. Stop looking at it as if it's nappy. Embrace your naturalness. Okay, queens?
Yes.
So
it's
I don't know if we got anything else we want to talk about, but we talked about some products that we use for our hair and how we, do it at nighttime to get it like this. You twist it up, you braid it up, or however you want to do it. Grease, S-curl. Echo Styler water, however you want to do it. That's what you do for your hair to get those type of results. Other queens use other products for their hair. Always go on YouTube if you don't know what to put in your hair, and YouTube people will help you. But we just wanted to get on here just to let you know that we were motivated to go natural simply because we just wanted to change it up a little, and we wanted to go back to our roots. We wanted to go back to how it was when we first came into this world, just to go back to that. Who did God create us to be and how He created us to be? And the best thing ever is to just go back to your roots. Just strip yourself of everything, and just I'm going back to the original state of what I was when I was first born. So I'm going to take all the different things that I didn't have when I was little, and I'm going back to that. So we started out with the natural hair, and it took us from there. And now, natural is in. Natural is what it is.
In. And this is the thing. It is your hair. Because think about when you're putting weave and you're putting all these things, you're braiding your hair down, you're putting glue in it,
right.
You're doing all this stuff. And as soon as something go to coming out and coming off, it's like, oh my God.
Right.
And then when it needs to be done. But when you're dealing with your hair, there's nothing healthier. There's nothing that grows better. And I understand everybody wants to look beautiful.
Right.
So I get that. But it's all about embracing your beauty. To me, this is beautiful. To somebody else, they might, I never had a girl. Oh my gosh, she need to cut them things off. But I have people all the time. Everywhere I go, they, oh my God, I love your hair. And not only do they love my hair, but one thing that catches my attention, and that is what motivated me to join you today, because I hear so many people say, I'm scared. I want to do it, but I'm scared. I don't want to go that route. Oh my God, what do I do? And I'm like, I tell every last one of them, I say, you know what? You do what's best for you. Right. You do what makes you feel the beautiful person that you are. Because sometimes to me, that's a form of bondage.
Oh, yes.
I got that cap on my head. I got all this stuff. I got that heat. I remember all the times I go home and snatch my wig off.
Oh, yes,
honey. And I was cute.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, I was cute. But even with my cuteness, I was like, oh my God, this is hot and miserable. Some days I be scratching the whole wig, shaking the shit.
Oh yeah, my shit.
And we gotta say, okay, that goes to show that's not our hair.
Oh.
Indy Irie had a song, I am not my hair.
Right.
You are not your hair, meaning this is not just a representation of your ancestors, as you talked about ancestors and all those things. Because many of us were mixed with so much coming down the line. That's why you see the ones with the curly waves. And you got the nappy.
Right.
We had some people had some mixture going on.
Right.
And does that bring it down to we're not going into a history lesson, but it makes me think of the light-skinned person versus the dark-skinned person, and all those different things that we heard and different things growing up, when nobody was better than anybody.
Right.
But the fact of the matter is, it was put out there. It was made. We were made to feel that way.
Right.
Made to not feel good about our bodies.
Right.
And especially as African American women, I know that's not just our audience, but I have to speak from an African American standpoint because that's who I am.
Right.
A lot of times they said that women, I can't remember the statistic, but it was very high, where African American women won't even show their bodies.
Right.
They won't even show their hair. Like if they will never show who they're with, their real hair.
Right.
You know, and all those things.
Oh,
and I said,
wow.
wow, we got to learn to be free. We got to learn to be women of beauty, women of honor, vessels of honor, and not be afraid to be ourselves. Every stretch mark, every wrinkle, every nappy bit of hair, whatever it may be, we are us.
Right.
And it's beautiful.
Right.
In God's sight, first and foremost. So if it's beautiful,
you better preach, honey.
Surely it's good. And if you have a problem with, shame on you.
Shame on you.
Because I love what's going on here.
Okay.
You gotta love what's going on
I'm
here.
telling you.
Because if
right.
you don't love it, others won't
love it.
So it is what it is.
That's a mouthful.
So I tell you what, if we're beautiful in His sight.
Right.
In His sight. How dare me to not feel like all this is beautiful?
It's like insulting the Creator.
Yes.
How are you going to tell the Creator what he made was ugly, messed up, fat?
Yeah.
Nappy head. But he said you were fearfully and wonderfully made.
Fashion.
It's just like if we create something and somebody comes and says that's messed up, it's ugly. We're going to be insulted.
Come on.
So how you think the Creator feels when we talk about ourselves and we feel less than, and we make others make us feel like we're ugly. We call ourselves ugly. It's an insult.
Honey, in all my glory. Let me tell you something. I can look at somebody and say, ooh, I wish I was this, and I wish my nose was smaller. I wish my cheeks was in a little more. I wish my lips weren't so big. Whatever it may be. I wish I wasn't so, slanty-eyed or whatever. But I tell you what, it was such a blessing. I tell everybody, because it was a blessing to me. I did a DNA test a few years ago, and it came up that I was Nigerian. Well, 80% Black, 16% European, and the rest was Asian and various things.
Oh, okay.
And so we always wonder about, like, where you get all that? Where did this come from? But the fact that I found out that the majority of me is Nigerian. Oh. And also I'm, I'm part of the Celtic Viking tribe.
Oh.
I feel like
I didn't find out what tribe. Why didn't find out what tribe I'm part of? I know my tribe. They come from royalty.
Yes. I was like, am I part of the Wonder Woman crew?
I love Wonder Woman, the Queen.
Girl.
Oh my goodness. That's what I'm talking about.
I tell you what, and this is a blessing. I know we're pushed for time. However, I remember watching the movie Wonder Woman. And honey, I left out of there blessed.
Yeah.
Because I know I'm of a tall stature. That's just who I am genetically.
Right.
Coming from mom and daddy, I had no control of it.
Right.
I got whatever I got, and God did it.
Right.
So He knew just what I needed.
Right.
But I remember watching them women, and they called themselves Amazon.
Oh,
girl,
and they were big women.
Honey, they were strong. They was tearing it up.
Right.
I said, whoa. Let's call me an Amazon again.
Right. Call me one, because you might find yourself okay.
Honey. I embrace that.
Right.
I embrace that. At first, when people used to call me Amazon, I would be offended.
Right.
I embrace.
Come
as
on.
a queen, I embrace
you.
my Amazon.
As long as you know.
As long as I know. So, honey, I walk tall.
Come
and then
on.
I got the nerve to put on heels.
Oh. Yes, ma'am.
6 inch.
We got to talk about that topic about being tall.
Talk about that.
And wearing heels.
And our heights and our looking at other people.
Right.
So I just thank God for the opportunity to talk about our hair.
Yes.
And talk about our beauty.
Right.
And I pray that every queen, by the sound of my voice, and every queen watching this video at this time, always understands who they are,
right,
and whose they are,
and who
you are His, and you're fearfully and wonderfully made. And we cannot go around telling the Creator what He created was not good. He said everything was good. Everything He created was good.
Preach it
and
now.
so because He created it and it was good, it's good to me.
It's good.
It's good.
It's good.
It's good.
It's good.
It's good, girl.
So, queens, before we close out, we're not trying to say that wigs are not good, because I am the wig queen as well. But we're just saying embrace your natural. So for those who want to go natural, there's nothing wrong with going natural, and there's nothing wrong with you embracing the type of hair and texture that you have. You want to wear your hair weave, you want to wear your wig, go for it, queens. But at the same time, if you get tired of doing your hair and you want to wear a wig, you want to put some hair weave on your hair, it is good, all good. But just don't be afraid if you want to go natural. That's what we're talking about today. Don't be afraid to go natural. Queens, we thank you all for watching this video. I always love being with Queen Danielle. She is just a blessing to me, and I know she's going to be a blessing to you all. So Queens, stay tuned, because we're going to be coming back again, probably talking more about natural hair and about being tall and being an Amazon and still being fierce wearing your heels, okay? We love you, Queens. We'll talk to you later. Take care. Bye-bye. Like, share, and subscribe to this video.